Nearly 1/3 of Cape Town's population of 3 million live in slums or squatter settlements.
It's a lot of problems to live in a shack. You are not feeling comfortable. You are not feel safe. If you have a shack, while it's raining, the rain can go in your shack. You are at work, you come back, then you come on your bed, you want to sleep at night. It's wet. The rain has wet your bed. And the fire. When one shack burns at the other side, you must be definitely sure it comes to you straight.
This is the reality for 4 million homeless people across South Africa. A Sunday morning meeting of the South African Federation of Homeless People in Khayalitsha, a vast township east of Cape Town. The Federation is part of Shack Dwellers International, a worldwide organization of homeless people, which helps to provide the poor with opportunities that otherwise they would never have. There are more than 80,000 members in South Africa. Most of them live in shacks. All of them dream of owning their own houses. This is the story of 5 women and what they are doing to make their dreams come true. Cape Town, one of the world's rapidly growing cities, has all the attractions that large cities offer. It is proximity to the famous Table Mountain and beaches that define social status. The leafy green suburbs clinging to the upper slopes are the most affluent. Further away, the housing is more modest. Far from the city, on a wind-swept sandy floodplain known as the Cape Flats, and stretching further than the eye can see, are the black townships and shackland. This is Khayalitsha, meaning new home. For 30 years, there has been an ever-increasing flow of people from the desperately poor rural areas of the Eastern Cape to the city, where there is some hope of work. These migrants, often women and children, build squatter settlements for themselves outside the city. Not even the apartheid laws forbidding blacks to live in areas of the country reserved for whites could keep them away. When the ANC came to power in 1994, President Mandela promised to build 1 million houses in 5 years. The new government introduced a system of one-off grants and subsidies to enable houses like these to be built for the very poor. It has met its target, a considerable achievement, but many are still waiting for houses.
We're talking about 4 million people who didn't have shelter prior to 1994, but now have shelter. We provide a home. There has to be electricity, water, and sanitation. We're also providing a hope to people who have, some of them have waited for more than 20 years for just that 40 square meter.
One has to start by acknowledging the government's successes. For generations, there has been very few examples as effective as this one. One has to go back decades to see the kind of capacity and the scale of delivery that this government has met. But it has faced a number of obvious constraints and problems. And one of those is that what they've been able to deliver is not really a decent or an adequate shelter in the majority of cases. And there is quite a negative association, even within the communities, towards what are known as the RDP houses.
RDP stands for Reconstruction and Development Program, the government program that's constructing houses for the poor in South Africa, like these in Khayalitsha.
Since 1994, you have one uniform policy where each eligible household is entitled to a once-off subsidy, a grant, which does not have to be repaid. It is intended as a starting mechanism, a kickstart into the housing market, as we like to call it.